Welcome back to this fabulous channel. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. If you are new to the channel or stopping in for your first time, my name is Ryan. I will be your host for all of these epic adventures, but today we are going to take a drive down Broadway here in downtown Denver. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So right now we are making our way towards Broadway. Interesting enough, they do have little smog meters and stuff here in downtown Denver, which I thought was interesting. If you ever drive into Denver and you notice it's kind of foggy and it's not really right weather for fog, like if it's extremely hot out, it's probably chances are that it's smog and that it's not actually fog, which is a little bit different. But there are tons of things to check out here on Broadway. There are a lot of residential buildings, there are a lot of places of business, bunches of places to grab a bite to eat or grab an ice cold beer. Some of these I will point out as we make our way down Broadway here. So over to my left, this place is leasing out condominiums right now actually here. So if you want to check that out, that number 702-330-9993 on the billboard over to the left. So if you guys want to check that out, you certainly can. Not really sure what they have on the prices on some of these places, but I would imagine that they're relatively high because it's downtown here in Denver. And oops, missed my green light, my bad, sorry about that. But anyways, there are plenty of things to check out here. We'll make our way down Broadway Street and point out some of those things. So straight ahead of us here, after you pass the Avis rental car sign here, there is the Trinity United Methodist Church here coming up. Over to the right of that, I believe that there's a nice little bar or something up here too, but we'll check that out as we get further ahead here. If you see that big glass building on the left hand side right behind the church peak, that's actually condominium as well, so there's tons of residential areas down here. Over to the right, this place looks like the Flatiron building in New York on 5th and Broadway. Really similar to the Flatiron building actually. And then right underneath that is the Ship Tavern. And then a little bit further ahead down here where you see the green awnings kind of over here on the right, that is actually Churchill's bar. There are tons of businesses down here, like I said, tons of bars, restaurants, and places like that. This is a pretty known area for a bunch of banks. So over on the left, you see Wells Fargo. Up on the intersection here, there is UMB Bank. There's also E-Trade up here and Key Bank coming up here as well. So that over to the right, those green awnings, that's the Churchill bar like we had discussed. And then over to the right, that kind of glass building up ahead of us here, that is actually the E-Trade building. And interestingly enough, when we drive by it here, you'll see that it's all kind of boarded up. When the protest came through downtown Denver, there was a bunch of rioting that took place. A bunch of these places have broken out glass still that has yet to be replaced. So over on my left, if you notice the plywood and stuff like that, that is posted on most of the first floors of these buildings. That's the reason for that being. So just to give you guys a heads up, that's why downtown is a little bit destroyed, so to speak. As we kind of make our way down Broadway, you'll kind of notice that. So I kind of wanted just to point that out ahead of time, because you'll see it further and further the closer and closer that we get to the Capitol building here. But anyway, we will kind of make our way down Broadway. Like I said, it is a busy day here and everybody seems to drive like morons when it's raining out. Like I said, all boarded up over there. Those windows were all broken out of that building, so those have to all be replaced. As you'll notice further down here on the right, all those were broken out as well. One actually survived on the top left, which is interesting over there. But right down after we pass this little intersection here, this is 16th and Broadway. There's little Jimmy John's over to the right, and then a block up from this on the left-hand side is the Capitol building. So the Capitol building has a really nice lawn in front of it. Right now it is actually taken over by protesters. It's basically a tent city that was set up by the protesters out here. So I'll show you that here in just a second on what we were talking about once we get up a little bit further here. But we will enjoy this nice little pause here with this traffic and continue our way down Broadway here in just a second. So on the left you can see the top of the Capitol building over there, and then right after we get past this intersection here, you'll see what I was talking about, the Capitol lawn. This was kind of turned into tent city here by all the protesters and things when the riots took place in Denver. And actually, every now and then you'll hear it on the news that some of the riots and stuff are still going on in some neighborhoods and things like that. For the most part, it's pretty calm and relaxed, but like I said, this is all pretty much tent city, all camped out. This is the Capitol lawn. If you want to see what it looks like normally, you can see that on Google Maps. So over on the left, if you notice, all these windows busted out on the first floor. The reason for that being is this is the Ralph Card Judicial Center. So they busted out all the windows of the Judicial Center, which was pretty funny. Sykes right there, those windows were busted out. That's the regional headquarters right there. Right after Sykes, they do have the Rendezvous Cafe, the History Colorado Center is right over to my left here. Down over on my right is Burgerfi. From what I've heard, some people have said that that place is really good, so it will be on my list of places to check out here on Broadway. But I think I will start wrapping it up with you here. I just wanted to mention a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch these videos. Be sure to share these with your friends and family. Subscribe if you have not already done so. But as always, guys, my name is Ryan with all of these epic adventures. This will be one of the last adventures through Denver, Colorado, so I hope you guys enjoyed this short little Colorado series. But I will post an awesome Vegas video of the Las Vegas Strip, and I will be announcing some upcoming trip dates, so I hope you guys enjoy that in the upcoming video. But as always, my friends, my name is Ryan. Until next time.